Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Wednesday Call Live. Now, let's hear from our host, Andy Albright.
Thank y'all. I'm pretty fired up. Are y'all fired up? Yeah. It's been another one of those knockout weeks at the cabin, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, it's been incredible. I've been so excited, and it's been fun getting to know some of you guys and reacquainted with others. Those of you that are out there in the audience, we do these cabin experiences, 4 days, 3 nights, total intensity. I mean, we're in this beautiful location. We'll show you a picture of this water fountain and fish out there, stripers. If you want to fish, we do shooting, riding 4-wheelers and Rangers, and we got goats and donkeys, and we got a chef that comes in. The food is 5-star. Emily and her Christmas concoctions, adult beverages. Oh my God! What was that thing she did? The Christmas ginger something, or I don't know what was the. Where's her menu? Gingerbread. Oh, a gingerbread old fashioned. Yeah. So
In case you want to know what's in.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, this is exactly gingerbread old fashioned, whiskey or bourbon shaken with homemade gingerbread syrup and a blend of cocoa, aromatic, and orange bitters. Just so y'all know what y'all's missing. A Kris Kringle mule, vodka, lime juice, white cranberry, simple syrup, coconut cream topped with ginger beer, and a Jack Frost. She'll be back tonight, by the way, if y'all missed this. Jack Frost, frosty, bright, and beautiful tequila shaken with lime juice, coconut syrup, blue Caraco, and perfect icy blue holiday sip. And we got some Pellegrino if you want some of that. We got all kinds of tea up in here. We've been big on eating and drinking, having a good time for a long time, people, and freedom. So I've had a combination of what I want to talk to you guys about, and then all the people that are watching, and of course this will be recorded for years for people to get or to pick up on and train from. Y'all know my deal is I'm trying to tell you all the time exactly, without confusion, how you can build a massive business and have freedom. The better you do, the better I do. You understand how these things work, right? Like a job, a lot of them, they hold you down, they do better. They hold you down, they keep more margin, they keep more spread, they don't pay you. Cut out benefits, cut out vacation, anything to stop you. Whereas my deal is the opposite. I had, I call you Balo, but it's not like that. How do you say your name? Balo. So Balo, I have a hangar, and I have a couple of jets in it. And one of my friends has a hangar, and he's got a jet down there. And he says, "You let your people see your jet?" I said, "Yeah." "You let them see your Ferrari?" "Yeah." He says, "I don't tell that guy. I tell people I'm broke." I said, "Why do you want people to think you're broke?" He said, "Because if they found out I got money, they will ask for a raise or increase in pay." And I said, "I want my people to ask for more money. Ask for more money. And I will tell you how to get it. Because if I tell you how to get it, I get a little piece." You see what I'm saying? How would you like to live like that to try to keep it a secret? It don't make no sense to me. But that's the way society is set up. Spend all your money, go to school, don't make nothing for 4 years, and come out of school and barely make a little bit. And don't think about the 4 years you didn't make nothing. Matter of fact, you gave them money for 4 years. So, I mean, anyway. So, everything is designed to do that. So, this book I wrote, I learned this from a bunch of multi-millionaires. They call it the 8-team, not 18 like 8 plus 10, but the team, 8-team player steps. I was confused for a long time because I kept wondering whether they're going to do the other 10 until I understood they were saying team. So it was 8 team steps. But I didn't want to plagiarize completely, so I called it the 8 steps to success. And one of the diamonds, can't think of it, he said, you stole this book. I said, no, I didn't. I wrote this book is what I did. And he said, but all the ideas are ours. I said, well, I put it in a book. Now, if you do it, it's plagiarism. Gary Newell, that's who it was. I told Gary Newell that. He's laughing. So I learned this. So these 8 steps, now I regret it in some ways because we used to talk about it all the time because we didn't have it in writing. Now what we do a lot of times, so we go like, Balo, here's the 8 steps. But then you read it and go, okay. And then you forget it like you do everything else. So I keep coming back to this and saying, guys, you got to get your people to do the steps, not learn the steps. Okay?
Right.
So we want to talk about some ways to get people to do it. I promise you that if you do these steps, you're going to make 6 figures. In less than 40 hours a week. You don't have to work 40 hours. You can make 6 figures. You get other people to do these steps, you'll make 7 figures. Does that make sense? Or you make 6 figures a month. But getting people, I didn't say it was easy, to get people to do this simple stuff that a dadgum caveman could do, but how to get them to do it. You got to come up with creative strategies how to do it. One of the things one of the things a lot of my leaders are looking at today is they're saying, hey, Andy, how do I get a person to do estate planning? Like I want to hire people. How do I do that? And then they say, hey, how do I get a person to do virtual sales? I go, That's what I say a lot of times. That's a lot of my answer to a lot of things is, Because people are complicating the snot out of it. How do I get people that'll go door to door and file an expense? How do I get people that'll book appointments and go to the house and get a check? How do I get people to do something? Okay? Yeah. So remember, I was talking about how do I get people to do what's in the book. All right. So how do you get a kid to lay an egg? I don't know how to do it. How do you get a kid to make an egg? But let's talk about an Easter egg hunt. You ever see a kid looking for Easter eggs?
Yeah, buddy.
They'll find them.
Yeah.
They will find them. Your job is to find them. But then you identify that is an egg. Little kid comes to you and go, that's not an egg, that's a pine cone. He comes to you, that's a stick. You go, put that down, a dog laid that. Wash your hands. So think about it. Find them, they bring them to you, you tell them you did good. Sometimes we open them up, see if there's $1 in there. Open up the egg and see if something's in there, see if there's a little piece of candy in there. So you bring me to people, and sometimes you bring them to me and I go, you got yourself an egg. And sometimes I go, put that down. You know what I mean? Don't touch that. You find them. And then sometimes we find them and then we look what's inside of them. We say things like, I can't put in this is redneck talk. I can't put in them what God left out of them. Another way to say it is, I can't put into a person's heart and soul and drive if there ain't no heart and soul and drive in there.
That's right.
I can't. So a lot of it's finding the egg, finding the person. So when I talk about getting them to do the 8 steps, it's finding people that'll do it. Right. Finding them. Well, then why do we have to teach it? Because we tell them these are the things you're supposed to do, and they go, oh, okay, and then they do it. They don't argue. So let's go back to how do you find somebody to do estate planning? How do you find somebody to do virtual? How do you find somebody to do? And I'm talking to some really people that I love a lot. Because they go like, Andy, I'm trying to get the system where they succeed at virtual sales, or they succeed at estate planning. if you find the right person, they will succeed.
That's right.
You find people that got some fight. You find people that got some dang-gum intelligence.
That's right.
You find some people that know how to chew chewing gum and walk up in here at the same time.
That's right.
You drive in a car and you look at people and you see what they're doing and how they drive and you go, that person's stupid. Right. That's not your guy.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Makes sense. Makes good sense.
Okay, so I'm going to talk to you about what you should be doing, and then if you're one of the people who go, oh, okay, then I know who you are. So you understand, Mike, it's like if you've got a guy that's fighting you on everything and he can't sell, I might question you. Why would you keep butting heads with that person? Right. So when I'm talking to a person and they go like, hey man, I'm struggling with this, I'm struggling with that, I go, hey, what book you reading? In other words, I go right to the 8 steps. I go, hey, have you signed up for the convention coming up? And they go, what does that got to do with the price of eggs in China? In other words, they're asking me a question, and then I ask them a different question that seems like a different question than what they're asking, but it's answering the question they ask by me answering the right question because I'm looking for a good person.
That's right. That's right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kind of. All right, I'm going to keep hammering it. All right, so. I am, Terry. How's your daddy doing, Terry? He going to be all right. All right, so I was chatting with my good buddy, Chatting. And we were working on this theory on how to get through to people, and you got to sneak around. So what I've handed out to the people here is 8 steps, but read them. They're different than the 8 steps. Right. But me and Chat know they're identical. Right. Okay? So the first, so if y'all at home, if you turn with me to Opinions 3:3, and you put, no, I'm you turn with me in the book. There is a table of contents. Table of contents. It's I guess that would be 9, page 9. But it lists the 8 steps. Step 1 is personal use. Step 2 is work. Step 3 is listening. Step 4 is read. Step 5 is attend all meetings. Step 6 is be teachable. Step 7 is be accountable. And step 8 is communicate with a positive mental attitude. But I've handed them out a sheet of paper that has the 8 steps listed differently. And number 1 is time is your most valuable asset.
Yeah.
Okay, so personal use is what I'm trying to talk to people about, and time is your most valuable asset. These are the same thing, okay? Because if you don't do it, how do you expect anybody else to do it? And if you're going to multiply your income, don't it make sense that somebody needs to do it in addition to you do it? That way you get you and them.
Come on now.
You see what I'm saying? So it's time's most valuable asset. So what do you do? So if you waste your time, your other people are going to waste their time. If all you focus on is a sale, all your people are going to focus on a sale. If you watch too much television, you drink too much alcohol, you do too much cocaine, you do too much wasting time, you spending too much time with the dogs. If you personal use ain't making no sense. I'm not redneck. If you're not setting the right example, I say show people asshole and elbows. This is what you show them. You like assholes and elbows.
That's right. That's right.
You see what I'm saying? Show them personal use. Does that make sense? So now, as you put a team together, you evaluate. Number 1, where are you spending time that produces little or no results? Okay, so for example, if I'm trying to get Erica to do something and Erica don't want to do it, she appears not to be teachable. Okay, so teachable would be listed as step 6. Here, step 6 says impact players. Because you ain't an impact player if you're not teachable.
That's good.
I had a mentor one time, he said, if you're trying to get a person to do something and they're doing it slow, that's because they don't want to do it. And you the dum-dum for trying to get a person to do something they don't want to do. So you call me and say, this guy don't want to do the business, but he'd be good. So you want me to talk to him. I'm looking for somebody going to do what I say, when I say, how I say, how I say to say it.
That's right. That's right.
How important?
We got a question right here. How important?
This is something I learned is how important is it not just to tell somebody to do something, but before you tell them to do it, explain why it benefits them.
Because.
Yeah.
Here's why. I love you because.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
it's a magical thing. The biggest book that I go is called Influence. Help me.
How to win?
No.
No.
Influence.
It's just called
The Power of Influence.
Yeah, it's just called Influence.
Cialdini wrote that book.
Yeah.
By explaining to people why, they'll do it 10 times more often than if you tell them to do it and you don't tell them why.
Right.
Yes.
Cool.
So how important? Mega important. Here's what I need to do, and here's why.
Right.
And then if they don't do it, I want to say punch them in the face, but that is not the Christian thing to do. What you do, the way I punch you in the face is I start loving you from a distance. Hey, what's up, man? Hey. Meaning I'm not going to engage. So a punch in the face is when I'll back away. Does that make, because it doesn't, in karate or jujitsu, you understand, you don't attack, you let them attack, and then you use their momentum to use it against you. So I'm not going to attack a dum-dum and let them use my momentum against me. I just abstain from the bad place.
Right.
Tracking? So let's go back to why you're looking for a good egg. You're looking for a good person. A good person will figure out door-to-door final expense, virtual, estate plan. Well, if I can't train them how, they can't do it. I've got a lot of people I ain't trained. I've got a lot of people I did not train. Matter of fact, you look around, most of the people that paid good money and spent 4 days, 3 nights, they think they figured it out. Guess what? They did. Because for the most part, you didn't have to hold their hand for everything. Because they knew how to eat and wipe. They knew how to take care of both ends when they joined the team. Some of them don't.
And did?
Please, hammer don't hurt.
No offense to the children in the house. I know that's right.
Start them young.
Okay, so personal use. We talk about buying your own product. Where are you spending time that produces little or no results? This is not helping me. This is not helping me. This is not helping me. And a lot of people are like, well, you talking about me? You worried about me? Yeah, worried about me. Me, the one I'm trying to get rich. Ain't you the one you want to try to get rich? Then you need to worry about you. Yeah. What's helping me? What's helping you? Is this helping you? If you're doing something that ain't helping you, why are you doing that? That's not helping. What are you, a glutton for punishment? What is it? Is it masochist? Is that a bad, was that what people want to hurt themselves?
Yeah.
What are you, a masochist? I don't want to use a word that I don't know what to mean. Okay. What activities gives you one result, but if you restructured it, it could give you multiple results. That's what I taught her hard yesterday. What activity gives you one thing, and that same activity could give you 3 things? That is multiplication of personal use.
That's right. That's right.
I like IULs, Index Universal Life, because you have life insurance protection, you got health insurance protection because you can borrow the money out, and you can even pay for stuff that the government and the FDA and the health insurance agencies have not approved. But it's your money. You can do what you want to with it. We got a guy that just joined us, And he's got that. He's going to do this video, the story about how it saved his life. So it's doing one thing. And by the way, you get an IUL, you got the health, you got the life, you got the estate planning. What else you got? Then you can tell everybody else what you did. And you can throw your policy down like, there's my policy right there.
That's right.
You see, I did one thing, but I'm getting multiple uses out of it. But if you didn't do the one thing, you can't get no use out of it.
Right.
And if you went small, you go like, here's my little policy. Could you do one smaller than my little policy that I bought on myself? 25 years ago, the first IUL I ever bought, $500 a month. But I bet you had a lot of money. I knew it was only one sale a month. I'm not a dum-dum.
Right.
And I also knew what it is. I knew I could drop it down like that. There's my $500, and I was, just getting started, had no money. But these people, I got my guy to do the personal use. I go, really, what policy? Well, he when they start doing it like that, you're getting ready to hear a little bitty final expense, a little bitty term. They start doing that. They do that rumble. What are you, a volcano getting ready to explode? But if they go, he got to buy F&G, $750 a month. He got to start out with $1,000 a month. You see how this ties in?
Yes.
Time's your most valuable asset. Why am I talking to the wrong person? And see, while I talk like this, some people get it and some people don't. But the more people get it, the more money you make.
That's right.
Okay. If your time was worth $1 million, what would you stop doing? In other words, if I'm doing this versus this that makes me $1 million, what activity would I stop right now that's wasting my time? I promised to talk about where we were going next year. Let me share this with people that don't know. When we first got started 33 years ago, only been in insurance, only been selling insurance and life insurance and stuff like that for 25 years. But 33, don't you open this. Yeah, I wish I could send this out to every single one of y'all out, but we ain't. We're just gonna get the ones that are here. Okay, don't open it.
Don't open it.
Just hold on to it. All right, so we decided that we're gonna travel. Give me some little square ones. Give me little square ones. We decided we're gonna travel together all over the world and eat different food and experience different. Don't open it. And experience different things all around the world with each other. Okay. Yeah. So we started doing these all expense paid trips, 5-star, not these budget booze cruise. That's right. That a lot of these companies put on. Yeah. So we've been all over the world, guys. We've been to Italy and we've been to Rome. We've been to where else have we been? Hawaii, Paris, Fiji, Ireland, Banff, Canada. Hawaii. Is this for me or somebody else? So each year we announce we're going to go. We're going to Thailand, right? Who all going to Thailand? Y'all gonna like Thailand. I'm telling y'all. Y'all gonna like it. Yeah. So we were trying to decide where we're gonna go. So I've been a couple different countries checking things out. But this is one of my favorite places ever in the world. As a matter of fact, we went back a second time just to make sure. In other words, I wanted to go back. It was so much fun. So I am not going to tell you. I'm going to let the people in this room open this up and tell me where we're going.
Portugal! We're going to Portugal! Portugal! How exciting!
Let me see this. That's cool. That's cool. You never been? You never been to Portugal? Let's do this. Who has never been to Portugal? Ever?
Never.
All right, never been to Portugal.
Never have ever.
All right, who has been? Who's been to Portugal? I've been to Portugal. Anybody else? All right.
Who's going to
Soccer player's been to Portugal, of course. Who's going to Portugal?
Right there in Portugal, baby.
So the points, the qualification system's going out as we speak. It's being posted. We've got posters ready. It starts January 1. So if you have policies that don't quite make it to get issued in December,
Right.
and they get issued in January,
Right.
that counts.
That counts.
But if it gets issued December 31st, then it counts here, okay? It's just a cutoff.
Right.
So if you want your people to come on the trips, personal use.
That's it.
You go on a trip. You set the example. You said, I want to sell enough to go on trips. Like, yeah, that's a good point. You want to sell enough to go. You don't want to say, well, I'm building a team. I'm not going to sell that much because I'm building a team. But you want to go on trips.
Yes.
Okay? And you can earn trips with hierarchy production. In other words, if your team's big enough, we want you to go on a trip because you got a big team. You don't have to sell that much. So, all right. So there you go. Lisbon is so you see these tiles. There's tile stores. There's a church. The whole church is covered in tile. It's like one of their historical things they do is these tiles for kitchens and walls. It's beautiful. The seafood is outstanding in Lisbon. The people, the history, you'll see the different rulers that ran the country. They'll have a castle, and then when a new ruler takes over, he'll build onto the castle, but they change the architectural style that they like. And then the next king, so you like to see these towers and castles that are pieced together. You're like, what is that? Like, this is cool and this is cool, but put together, you're kind of loud. It's a trip. The views, the water, the houses, the architect, the people, the food, you're going to love Lisbon. So that's the initial part of the trip. It's also, we talk about books and reading. That's another one of the steps that we talk about. The most famous, unique library in the world is in Lisbon. You'll more than likely go check it out. It's really cool. It's what else was? It was just
They have
Lisbon.
Fado music.
Oh yeah, the
like,
Fado music and all that stuff.
bestsellers,
Yeah.
Very intimate.
Yeah, it's cool. Their speakeasies are incredible. Remember those unique bars we went into? It'll never forget. It'll be reminiscent of Ireland. You know how much y'all like that with all the history, but yet it's really cool and really neat place. Yeah, the music in the streets, dancing. It's a festive place.
Yes.
And then the extension part. We're saying Porto. That's where we're going. The truth is we're going to Gaia, but here's what people say about Gaia. The best thing about Gaia is the view of Porto, because it's a huge river, and on one side of the river is Porto, and on the other is Gaia. And so if you're in Gaia, the view is Porto, and it's beautiful. Like, it's way prettier than Gaia, but Gaia gives you the view of Porto. And that's where the best hotels are. And the downtown area is built. Y'all know port wine? Yeah. That is Porto. That's where it comes from.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I know, right?
Wow.
Who knew? Uneducated Americans. Oh, port comes from Porto. Portugal, Porto, port.
Well, I'll be.
So y'all know the smell of port wine, you know, the sweet. So that's the way it smells there, because it's like thousands of years of port being made there and spilt in the barrels. One of the hotels, I'm not sure if it's one we picked, but it is built on a port. It is built on a port wine. So you'll like walk through the window, you're like, what? You look through the window and you're looking inside of the port manufacturing and where all the barrels are stored. Not sure if we'll take a day trip to Duro, which is where the wine is grown. It's crazy up in the mountains. It's a day trip, right? And it's crazy beautiful. So just, and we talk about goal setting. We've been talking about that for the last few weeks coming into January 2026. I would be planning like I'm gonna do whatever it takes, and I would start saying I'm going to Portugal. I'm going in. Personal use. I'm going to be there. I'm going to set the example. I'm going to show them the rear end and the elbows because I'm going to Portugal, and they can watch me go or they can follow me.
That's right. That's right.
Okay. All right, y'all excited about that? It's different. It's different. It's out of the way. And it's 5-star. We don't do these, like I said, these cheap stuff. Okay, number 2, work. But listen to this. Multi-profit work, not multitask.
Yes.
You're doing the same thing, but multiple ways. So like, why go to Raleigh, North Carolina and do a meeting with one organization if you can have 2 organizations? Now, if your organization brings people and you bring another organization, you see how that's multiplication, not multitasking. Right. Multi-profit, not scattered. Right. You're focused. Okay, so where could you make money where you're already making money? Yes. Oh, that's a good question. So like when we do trips, we're starting, think about how much money we're making while we're announcing a trip. Getting people to goal set, getting them to talk to their downline and encourage their downline, so now you get multiplication in it. Then we give out books for Thailand so you can reflect back, you lay them on your coffee table. We're taking pictures, we're doing video. So it's saying, where can I make money where I'm already making money? Right. Like John Maxwell said, how do you make something bigger than it already is? How do you make it bigger? How do you expand it? Right. All right. How could one trip, one meeting, or one call produce 4 outcomes instead of 1? So I'm recruiting somebody. So I got a call just now from Senator Ted Budd. I had some questions about what's going on with Trump and the administration, and I got good news on that. So I said, hey, let's talk to me about what's going on. And he started giving me some layout at what Trump's saying, what the press is saying. And I was like, riddle. Because in other words, I'm getting something from Senator. I want Riddle to hear it. Who else came running in there? And Jackson came in there. So I got them listening. So what I did is I compounded that call. You with me? Right. And I said, hey, can you help a kid out? And he said, yeah, I've got a guy. So he sent me his guy from a thing we're challenging with. So y'all know some of the challenges we're having as we go New American Dream. This is a constituent guy that, in other words, he's here to help me, which means he's here to help you if you got a problem.
That's cool.
Yeah, and he specializes in New American situations. And I got his number. Now there was like 15 seconds, you got to do this, as I was putting his number in my phone. So, you tracking with me?
Yeah.
How do I make money while I'm making money while I'm making money? How do I layer this thing? So that was my whole, I got the name out of him. I got some other stuff out of him, the personal stuff that I wanted to do. How do I triple up, and how do I multi-profit? All right. What are you currently doing the cheap way? Oh, this is a killer one. What are you doing the cheap way that's actually costing you money?
Wow.
I give you one cheap way that I never picked. And I mean, I am for you going to a meeting. I've had meetings, conventions, that people would put 8 people in a room and they'd check in under 2 names, and 8 people, one of them sleep in a bathtub.
Right. Facts.
But if I had ever done that with my wife, that would have cost me money.
Yeah.
Because her going to the next meeting was critical. And if we had 8 of y'all standing in a room with us, there will be one of us going to the next meeting.
Yes. Yes.
What are you doing cheap that actually costs you money?
Yes. Yes.
We had a first cabin meeting we had out here. We had solid food. It didn't cost a lot. To me, it was cheaper than we should have been putting in. So we went with more 5-star food. Do y'all think that was a good call?
Yes. Yes.
Cold breakfasts saves us money.
Yeah.
But that gravy and biscuits
That's right.
make your tongue slap your brains out.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Shrimp and grits.
Shrimp and grits, baby. That's shrimp and grits.
I don't know what we're gonna have tomorrow, but you get the idea.
Right.
So what are we gonna go? What are you doing cheap? What are you doing cheap that costs you money? I'm all about not wasting money. I'm not throwing my pearls out there above the swine, my gems to the dumb people, you know. But what are you doing that's holding you back by being cheap? You go somewhere and you don't take your staff with you because you're saving money. Really? Really? You don't take your staff? Well, it's a couple $100 for a ticket, and then they're going to want to eat while they're there. And I don't normally feed my staff, but if they travel, I feel like I got to feed them. But if I don't take them, you know how much money I save? What are you doing that's saving money that's costing you money? And it's called work.
Yeah.
It work because you work, you take more money, you invest more money to make more money. Right. Number 3, the step is listen. I like people listening to audios and listening to these meetings, but not just because y'all know when somebody says, "I hear you." You ever tell somebody something and they go, "I hear you." I want them to listen, which means they take it in and remember it. I got a listen example for you. Patrick, come over here and give me my listen. When I walked in at the Bourbon Bowl, remember when? Because I said, when somebody listens to you, they truly get it. So he told me something that happened at the Bourbon Bowl, and I was like, see, you get it. Tell me what happened.
Yeah, so Patrick Waddell, I've been here 4 years. When we were at the Bourbon Bowl, we were at the staff Christmas party, right? And there's things that Andy's taught us over the years that you just don't even realize how much he's beat it into you. And so I was standing there with a mirror, wherever the mirror's at. And
he's another staff.
Another staff member. And I look up and I see Andy walking in. I'm like, oh shit. We're looking for an agent to talk to so we don't get in trouble for being with staff. And I'm like, wait, we're at the staff party. But that was a real trigger for me. I'm just looking around trying not to get in trouble.
Okay. Wow. If I'm paying my staff to come to a meeting, I'm not paying my staff to congregate. Right. I never fit at that table over there. I walked over to the table and we had 20 agents from around the country, and I had 5 staff at one table. I felt like Jesus. I wanted to flip that table over and run them out with whips. You know what I'm saying? I need for them to mingle with other people. Now, if I just told him that and he said, "I hear you," but when he told me that, I go, see, that's the difference in being remembered and being forgotten. That's the difference between communication being told and communication being received. Right. Yeah. Y'all received it. Because you say, I go, what's he doing sitting on the table over there? I go, I told him not to do it. That's not the same. If you see a guy, you see what I'm saying? Like either remembered, meaning they took it, right, and it got in them, or you just said the words and they didn't do anything. You see what I'm saying? So, all right, that's good. Thank you for doing it, and appreciate y'all mingling. All right. All right. So listening, getting it. What me and Chat come out here is leveraging money to buy back time. What tools, staff, systems, or convenience are you avoiding because of cost? In other words, you have a mediocre staff You have a below par staff. You have only virtual staff. Only. I'm not against virtual staff. I'm just saying that's the only thing you got because you're going cheap. Is it costing you money? Right. Is it costing you residuals down the road? What I described to you about if I'm doing an estate plan, I'm doing an intake, and I find out they got kids, and I go, hey, Patrick, hey, Alex, get their phone number. So when I was at the entrepreneur school at NC State and I did a presentation, I had staff there mingling and getting numbers that because I could only get one number at a time. I had Patrick getting numbers, Jessica getting numbers. I didn't want to go cheap because I knew one of those kids out of 50 could change everybody's life. And what if they didn't relate to the old man? What if they related to one of my youngins that was there? The younger ones that were there. But Andy, didn't you need them back at the office working? Yeah, I had to make a decision. Either my meeting with me again, because I'm valuable, or them doing their normal duties. So I had to forsake the normal duties to do this because to me it was 100 times more cost effective. Right. Leveraging your money. Which of these would immediately make you more money or more available to make more money? Which frees you up? Like y'all see how I work here. I'm like, for example, can I get another tea? Hand that. Does that make sense? Because if I get up to go get it, I've got a bar. First time here, oh yeah, we had liquor set out here, beer, Kool-Aid, sparkling water, and if we sitting around talking, you could get up and fix you anything you wanted. Doesn't that sound good? Yeah. Any drink you wanted, pour it as thick as you wanted, anything you wanted. And everybody was like, this is amazing. All the foods and different varieties of drinks you have. And I went, yeah. But every time you get up, it stops me in the middle. And every time I get up, it stops me in the middle. And I said, Tia, don't you have a friend that know how to stir stuff? And that's where we got Emily from, right? Now I got to tell you, the first one we got was my friend Chris Hershey, who I love Hershey's barbecue. But he brought a girl and I said, could you do this, that, and that? She said, oh, I only know how to pour. I go, yeah, that's not going to work. I think she said, I only have to pour, but I don't cost that much. I don't think she said that.
I hired a modeling agency. That was our
I know you did. I'm not going to say that on this. No, you did though. My staff got somebody else to do it because she knew it would take her hours and be not that good at it. So she got somebody that was good at it to do it for her. Noel's better at making the tea than I am. And I don't have an interruption in duties. Y'all tracking what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's how we got Emily is Tia, we went to Chris first. And he said, yeah, I got some. Yeah. He listened to us, but he didn't hear what we said. And he brought a person that could pour a beer. That was her technique. And there was other things. She wasn't tall enough. I said, go on here.
Get away from him.
Go on here. All right. Number 4, sequence and strategy. Number 4 out of the book is read. If a person can't read, they don't know how to sequence and strategy. I put Portugal after number 2. Why? That's what I decided to do. I had the option of doing it at the very beginning or the very end. The sequence I went with was number 2, right after personal use. Why'd you do that? That's what I think was going to be the most effective and make us the biggest kaboom for the firepower, for the fodder, for the pepper. Right. You with me? For the bang bang stuff, gunpowder. Speaking of gunpowder, I got a surprise for y'all later this afternoon. 9 millimeters of it. Yeah. The girls are going to like it. Yeah, we are. Legit. Legit. You're going to like it. It's another surprise. You like guns? I like guns. Okay. Sequence. You see? A sequence. Sequence. Strategy. We did paintball first day and we had a hell of a time. But I thought to myself, after I saw Jackson's nipple, we have had enough paintball. We can explain that to y'all later. It will probably not be posted. It won't be X-rated, it's ring rated. It's circle light rated. Okay, all right, here we go. What tools, where in your business are you going back and forth instead of forward? Ooh. Where are you talking about and coming back? Wow. Somebody said to me, I know, I put a whole year into this, but I'm back to where I'm supposed to be now. Like, Lord, we got to quit this backwards and forward stuff. We got to quit this, yeah, I know I was doing it, but I fixed it now. Like, stop quicker doing the wrong thing and start doing the right thing quicker. What would a smarter sequence look like? If you had to plan your next 90 days like a chessboard, what moves would you change? So the next 90 days, January, February, March, first quarter, what would you change? What sequence would be different? Yes. Chapter 4 is read. I need you reading 15 minutes every day. Every day. And I need for you reading quality books. I was just talking to a couple, and one of them reads development books, and the other one reads imagination books. Imagine what's going to happen over time. Oh, yeah. You know what I mean? Like fiction, fun stuff, entertainment. And the other one's trying to develop as a human being. What if the person accidentally becomes a better human being and the other person accidentally stays right where they are, but they're more amused and entertained? Right. Can you see how that creates a separation? Yeah, that's a riff right there. So I'm asking you to read. You say, well, Andy, what books? Well, it's easy. Flip to page 86 of this book. I like it when a person has read I'm being facetious when they come up to you and go, what books do you think I ought to read? You ever read my 8 steps? I did. I love that book. What steps do you think I should read next? What books? What book should I read? And I'm like, do you remember page 86? And they go, what's on page 86? I go, it's the first books you should read. So you read my book, but you didn't read it. Meaning, you heard me, but you didn't hear me. How do you not remember there's 3 pages of books in the book? How do you not remember that? It's kind of like I heard a coach. I sit beside a coach now at the basketball games, and he told a player, he said, come here, Alan. He said, his name's A-L-Y. He said, Alan. And he said some cuss words that I won't say. My coach does not hold back on profanity, bad words. He said, how do you not know the play that was designed for you, son? If I was going to remember the play, it would be the one that was designed for me. Right. Now get your ass back on the bench. But you know what I'm saying? Like, the book is written for you with books that you're supposed to read, and you didn't remember that it had books in there that you were supposed to read. And then people are reading all kinds of books that are not on the list of books to read. And I'm not against, matter of fact, my son has gave me some books. That book right there, Courage to be Disliked, is not on this list. It's a great book, and you need to read it, but you need to read these books. Right. Sequence and strategy. You want me to coach you how to sell, but you're not reading Go for No? You're not reading sales books? You want me to take all my time and you're not going to take any of your time? What do you think I am? Your personal chat GPT? You can ask me to concise the whole book down and give it to you in language that you like? Yeah. That's not how this game works.
Not work like that.
I'm not your chat boy. Yes, Balo. This book is, yes, it is ebook available. It is also audio available. Probably one of my staff is sending you the link as you speak. I make money. Why you making money? Why you making money? Balo. Is this right? Balo. Balo is my name-o. And money is my game-o. We have 2 people in my cabin that was born in the Congo. Wow. Where they have bongos. You know the bongo, Balo? You know bongo? The animal? The bank bongo? The red animal? Yeah, I want to shoot one of them. Right behind the shoulder. Everybody's got their hopes and dreams and desires. All right, number 5, attend all meetings. I do want to define this. If you are specifically invited to a meeting, you need to attend the meeting. Yeah. Like, there's a meeting tonight in Greensboro, y'all are not invited to. But if you have a person who lives in the area and you tell them to go to the meeting, you go to number 5, attend all meetings. This is one you are invited to. Everyone is invited to NatCon, attend all meetings. So if I put in one word, if I change one word in my whole book, it will be all meetings you're invited to. So if you're not invited, I don't care. You don't have to go to every meeting in America. Not all meetings, but everyone you're invited to. Okay. The philosophical way we come up with how to say that is duplication. Who in your company is coming close to duplicating you? Who is duplicating you? Sometimes I say, who's the best person in your company? Who's the best person you hire? Well, this one sold annuity, but this one's recruiting, and this one don't come to meetings, but this one's a good talker. Like, oh God, are you describing yourself? Like, who's duplicating? Okay? Going to meetings is when you learn what the top people are doing. That's when you learn how to duplicate. Attending meetings, duplicating. Who's your best person? Well, he ain't come to no meetings, but he's my best person. Who's coming to the meetings? Who's doing the 8 steps like you are or better than you are? Right. So, what specifically would that person need from you to get to level up? In other words, you got a person who's copying you to the best of their ability. How do we get them to level up? What do they need? How do you give a person that needs something what they need? Where are you spending trying to fix people instead of fueling people? So you pour fuel on a person that's burning. You're trying to fix a person that's stuck. That's why a lot of people are like, hey man, I'm stuck. Can you help me out? And I'm like, tell me what the problem is. And they tell me, because I'm thinking, book. And I'm getting my mind ready. So when they tell me the problem, I give them a prescription. It's called a book. I don't psychoanalyze. I don't get paid for that. But I can prescribe a book. Right. I can prescribe an audio. So if I'm talking to a person, I'm trying to get them to level up, here's the book I'm going to send them. Here's the audio I'm going to send them. All right. Number 6, be teachable. The way we put it over here in the strategic way is impact players. Who is your number 1 impact player? So you said, well, you just said it. Nuh-uh. I said, who's duplicating you? Then I said, who's the impact player? Who's your guy? Who's your girl? Who's going to bring some premium? Who's going to bring some people? Who's going to be a talker? Who's going to shake this meeting up? You don't want to talk. Listen, Tia says, Jessica says, who you want to ask the blessing? I want somebody going to bring it. I know that's right. You with me? Right. Hey, who's going to kick off your meeting? I want an impact player. Right. Y'all hear what I'm saying? It's like I'm thinking impact. I'm thinking So you selling me on a person who's struggling, why don't you sell me on a person that's killing it?
That's it.
I'm easier to be sold on a person. I want to pour fuel on it. I don't want to fix it. I'm not a fixer, I'm a fueler. I was on convention. I was walking around talking to somebody. I look at my phone, make sure everything's all right. Sometimes my people text me and my zipper's down or something. And I got a text that said, "You ain't Jesus." I was like, "Who you telling?" I don't do miracles. And I know you need a miracle. It just texted me, "You're not Jesus." I thought to myself, "You ain't at the convention." And I think I turned around and read it. I said, "Y'all get this? Y'all ever get these texts from people? These are called haters. Haters. Who fuel my fire. So I can turn around and put that fuel on other people who got a fire. So I take their fire and I fuel people with it. That's what haters do.
That's good. That's good.
Haters gone hate.
Facts. All right. So impact players, who's teachable. Number 7, be accountable. Another way to look at it is communication and alignment. Who do you assume gets it, but you've never confirmed it? Hey, is he reading books? Said he was. How do you confirm that? Ask him what book. Ask him what he learned out of it recently. And then if you've read it and you know it, then you can evaluate. We call it a checkup from the neck up. We also say you can't expect what you don't inspect. Olga, I don't make this stuff up. I've said it a million times. When you're doing these meetings in Miami, in Tampa, in Houston, this is what we do. Your goal is to go out there and get more people on track with the 8 steps, Mike. When you go down to where's it, Alabama? Huntsville, Alabama, down there with Dr. Caracas Watkins. That's what you're trying, your goal is to get them to do it. So you're teaching how to be a great person, how to be a good egg. And if you teach a little bit on selling, teach a little bit on recruiting, really what you're doing is salting the oats. Really what you're doing is sparking them. Really what you want to do is getting them on track to learn it themselves. Because if you have to teach them everything about sales, everything about recruiting, then it takes you forever. So it's taking you this much time when you should take that much time. So if you only take that much time, you've got this much time to go recruit somebody else. So it doesn't hold you down as long. Because if you hold me down longer, I don't have time to get over here and talk to this one. If you hold me down longer, I don't get time to go talk to this one. Because my time is insanely valuable, I got to go talk to somebody else. That's how sometimes a lot of people only has 1 leg or 2 legs because they don't have time for anybody else. And then their upline's coaching them anyway. It just, wide as a fat baby's butt. Get wider by not taking too much time doing the wrong stuff. All right. Who do you assume gets it but don't? Where could misalignment cost you? So I get a person on stage who's not doing it right, and then they teach it the wrong way. Now I got 100 people listening to the wrong thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why if I heard somebody say something, I'll go, stop. If I can't get to them, at least I know never to put them back in that position to get people out of a line.
Right.
So I'm very cautious who I put on stage and who I get to talk. How can you improve clarity, repetition, and confirmation? How can you do that? Okay. Expect, inspect. So you ask me any question. Hey, Andy, listen, I'm dealing with this guy. I've got this situation. I go, what's his name? Where's he at? Before we get into that, what book you reading? You listen to audios? And I love that. It's facetious saying it, or I'm being smart ass when I say this, but they go, hey, you know I'm not literally of a reader. You know I'm really of an audio. Or, you know, I'm not more of audio, I'm more of a reader. Or, you know, I don't really go to conventions. My enthusiasm to go all in to help them goes into a different direction because they're not meeting me halfway. I'm throwing my diamonds into a black hole and it's never be seen again. So I'm coaching into a black hole. But if I coach a person who's with me doing the 8 steps, now that person is going to set the example and show people who he is. And now I told one person and it gets duplicated correctly as opposed to going into a black hole and it doesn't get duplicated. Got it. It's just thinking through, am I wasting my time or not talking to this person? Right. Oh, by the way, if you're in this room and you feel like in some ways you are the person that I'm wasting my time on because you are not doing it, here's your wake-up call. Here's your chance. On December 17th, 2025, at 1:31 p.m. Eastern Time, I got back on track. Yeah. I made a decision. I flipped the white light switch and I said, no longer is he wasting time talking to me. I'm going to get on track with the basics and I'm not going to get off track doing the basics. That's right. So you're constantly giving people room, chance, opportunity, space to make the decision. So you can't make a person make a decision, but you can love them enough and give them enough time and give them enough space that they change their mind and they change their decision. Right. Whereas if you on top of the ass on every day, they ain't got space to turn around and change their life. So that's what I call disappear for a little bit and then I'll come back. I let it sink in a little bit. So now it's 1:32 if you want to get back on track. Chapter 8, communicate with a positive mental attitude. Another way to look at it is big rock discipline. Don't let the most important stuff get held up by the least important stuff. Never sell the most important, be at the mercy of lesser important. The big rock got to get in first. The big dog got to eat first. The big move, the big recruit, the thing that puts you in jail must be fixed first. Right. If the consequences are terrible, you better get on it. If the consequences are exceptional, better get on it. If the consequences are medium and moderate and it don't matter much, why are you messing with it? That's why when you come to me, Patrick, and you give me the medium, I get mad. The M&M brothers. You give me the exciting, I get excited. You give me we're going to kill, my gun comes out. In other words, my enthusiasm reflects the enthusiasm you brought me. That's right. Hey, bro, if we don't fix this, we're all going to jail. Hey, let's get together. Hey, time out. Stop. You over here. We got to fix this. That's right. Hey, guys, I think I got something we can get rich with. Stop what you're doing. No, that got to go. Shut up. Let's move. If it's consequences or if it's huge opportunity, it's a big rock. Why would we let the little rocks tell the big rocks what to do? Right. What's the most important thing you must protect in your business? Who is the most important person in your business you got to protect? What small stuff keeps you from becoming urgent? What are you willing to eliminate so the big rock always wins? What small stuff keep trying to become urgent? So my urgency code works like this. 2 hands on my watch. The little hand is engraved with now. And the big hand, because it has more room, is engraved with right now. So when I'm trying to do something that's big and important, right now. Let's do it. Let's make a change. It don't matter, then why are we talking about it? If it ain't gonna matter 30 minutes from now or 2 days from now, how much time we're gonna spend on it? Right. By the way, Terry and Sebastian, this is some things we was just talking about. Your brother, your daddy, my mama.
Yes.
By the way, I was listening to Andy Andrews tell stories. If you want to learn how to tell stories, listen to Andy Andrews. That guy's good. He got me to, I snorted listening to a story made up. I knew it was not a real story, it made me snort. Best speaker I've ever had. No offense to my great speakers, John Maxwell and Coffee Anderson and other people I've had here. Andy Anderson's best speaker. He's unbelievable. My wife told me he's good. I said, he's not good. I saw him in Amway. He's terrible. She said, you were terrible too back then. It's 30 years ago. Andy Andrews got his start. He ain't tied into him now, but that's where he got his start. He ain't tied to nobody. He does whatever he wants to. But he was telling a story about a kid who hated a person. And the kid hated the person because some things she said about his daddy. So the woman was talking about his daddy. And his daddy had killed himself. And she told him his daddy was in hell because he was a coward. And so Jones was talking to the kid, and the kid says, is my daddy in hell? He said, no. He said, how do you know? He said, because that's not how these things work. Isn't it interesting? That's just not how these things work. That's just not how it works. And then he said, you know how some people get called to heaven? Your daddy didn't get called to heaven, but he's in heaven. That's what got me right there. Because he didn't get called. He went on his own. That's not funny. Ain't it funny how the most darkest stuff can be the funniest, depending on how you look at the angle. But he got a snort out of me, and I was just like, that's good. Because you never know what to say to people. But you listen to that, now you know what to say. He didn't get called there, but he is there. And by the way, the greatest home run hitter of all time in Major League Baseball, what did he do occasionally? Struck out. What did the guy, when he, in a down moment in his life, he made a bad decision. You think one decision defines his life? No. It ended his life, but it didn't define his life because he made a lot of brilliant decisions along the way. It's perspective, which is what you get from Andy Andrews. This book is called Just Jones. That's the name of it. But it's nonstop reiterating what you know. So if you have agents that don't know there's a list of books in the 8 steps, that's because you ain't told them lately. Or you told them and they said, I hear you, I hear you, as opposed to you going, God bless America, God and the freest country in the world that you don't, and you got to smile because you don't want them to get mad and cry and quit. So you got to smile. But they got to remember, because if they don't remember, they forgot. And making it memorable means make it emotional and get your point through. The 8 steps of success.
Yes.
If your people ain't read the book, don't know why you have to read and why you have to listen and why you have to attend to meetings, no wonder they ain't done it.
Right.
It's your job, Spencer. It's your job, Jeff. It's your job. It's what you get paid to do, is get paid to duplicate. It's your job, Jackson. You go, I thought you was against jobs. Well, it's your duty inside your business. Hey guys, I did the Albright Entrepreneur Garage at NC State. And I want to introduce you to this young man that I met at my garage. Jabson, you got a minute, brother? Can you come up here and say hello to my people? That's my friend Jabson.
Hi, everyone.
Tell them a little bit about your background, where you're from, education, stuff. Just give me some highlights.
Yeah, my name is Jebson Aloma. I am originally from the Congo. If you don't know, Congo is the biggest country, just in the heart of Africa.
Is it bigger than South Africa?
Yeah, way bigger. Basically, the United States is like 3.5 times the Congo. So
Wait a minute,
I
say that
went
again.
3.5 times.
United States is
3.5 times bigger than the Congo.
so the Congo is a third of the United States.
Yeah.
That's and bigger than South Africa.
Way bigger.
Way bigger than South. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah, so I went to NC State where I majored in mechanical engineering. And I worked as a mechanical engineer for a couple of months before meeting Andy. And Andy brought me to this business. I'm trying to learn. Yeah.
Yeah. So what did Yeah. Good job. I'm not like if you know how to avoid a question if you want to. You're smart like that. But why did you come to the United States? How did you get here? Kind of what was the high level? How did that happen?
Yes, so my family, like my dad has been living here with my half siblings for 8 years before I came to the US. So basically, I joined them. I lived in Charlotte for 2 years before coming to Raleigh.
So was your dad just a big proponent of the United States, or did you have a choice? Could you stay in the Congo if you wanted to? Did you not have a choice? Did you, like you've heard Ryan Chang's story where he wanted to come since he was 6 years old until he was 13. He grew up in Taiwan, and he just worried the hell out of his mom and dad until they was like, all right. So what's your story? What?
So for me, yeah, I mean, the United States is like a country that everyone dreams of. You know, as a kid, used to dream of becoming a scientist. And in my country, I mean, as a kid, first of all, it was like I need to become a doctor, and going to the medical school, and then after medical school, going to become a pharmacist, and invent my own medicine, so I can make money. And at some point, I met someone who told me like, "You're really good in math and physics, so becoming an engineer would be like the best choice for you." And I was dreaming of coming to the US and go to MIT. That's kind of like watching movies and stuff. But I didn't really have that chance because yes, I mean, my dad was working for kind of like the National Bank, but I was not expecting him, to send me to study to the US. That wouldn't happen. But and then my dad left. He came to the US, and I was also not expecting to join him. It was kind of a miracle how that happened. So I came to the US. I have that opportunity, and the first thing that my dad told me is like, "I'm not gonna pay for you for school, so you gotta figure that out." Yeah, and I went on Google and I typed how to pay for college. Yeah, that was the first thing that I did, and I found this website, Khan Academy, where they explain to you about like a financial literacy, ways of paying for college. You can get a loan, you can apply for scholarships, and I was like, I don't like loans, so I applied for scholarships. I was in the final for three scholarships. I ended up getting one. I got one, and that's allowed me to go to NC State. Yeah, so that's how I found myself, living in the U.S. and also supporting my own education. Yeah, and I also applied to bring my mom here. So she's now here in the U.S. living with me. I mean, we don't live together, but she's in the U.S. Yeah, so that's kind of my story, and I have also a non-profit organization, so that's help kids. I don't know if you know about the Congo. The Congo is the biggest producer of coltan. Coltan is a valuable mineral that's they use for smartphones and all their, like defense equipment. And because of that, there is war in the Congo, in the eastern part of Congo. And as a kid, I was a victim of war. It's sad, so I have that experience. So I founded this nonprofit to help kids. We're collecting school supplies. The first project that we completed, I'm working with another nonprofit organization located in Maryland. So we collected a bunch of school supplies, and we're gonna send them to Eastern DRC for the kids who are living in the camp. They fled their villages. Now they're living there. They don't have how they don't even have schools. Right? That organization working with built a school, and we providing those things to them. So that's kind of my story. I don't know.
So think about this. It's hard to understand because it's got a different accent, right? Is that kind of I think it's a little French persuasion, a French hint or history.
Yeah. So I speak 4 languages. I speak French. I speak Swahili. I speak also Lingala. So it's kind of like a mixture of all those languages. So I think some of you can struggle to understand my
So
accent.
think about that. So you meet somebody who speaks 4 languages and Googled how. See, a lot of people, they say, can I tell you why I didn't go to college and why I don't have any money and why I got no savings and why I can't afford to go to the convention and why I can't figure out how to take care of the dogs and the cats and the kitties and my granny and my mama. And they're going to tell you why they can't do it as opposed to how to fix it. He how'd it. How do I pay? And then he's so smart, he thinks we know what all these letters mean. MIT, DRC. And my people all of a sudden out there, because they learn from my Spanish people, they know how to go like this. Huh. I got that from my Spanish people. They know how to go, huh. They don't know what you're talking about, but they get you to huh. No offense to the Spanish speaking.
Okay, sorry about it.
No, you
MIT
didn't
is
apologize.
Massachusetts
We
Institute of
found a
Technology.
guy. I found a guy who knows what these letters mean. Now, here's the thing. If you don't know what the letters mean, you might need to read a book. You might need to listen to audio. You might change the dum-dums that you hang around with. So when somebody says, how do you deal with losing the stupidest friends that you've ever had in your life? Like, what'd you say? I have these dumb people around me, but I feel bad about being away from them. They don't say it like that. Here's what they say. I don't understand. You want me to get away from my dearest friends in the world? And I go, yeah, the ones that don't know what these abbreviations mean for nothing. They don't know one language good. Finding them and then attracting them and then keeping them by building hierarchies underneath of them. You see how this is so simple. This is right out of the 8 steps of success. This is what you do. Find. So yeah, just help us with abbreviations.
Yeah, so MIT is the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. DRC is Democratic Republic of the Congo. So that's where basically my home country.
So the Congo is kind of separating up in two different contingencies.
So we have
This group
2
against that
Congos. You're talking about like the war?
The war.
Yeah, so the war in the Congo is basically we have one neighbor country, which is Rwanda. I think some of you here have visited Rwanda.
Yeah.
Rwanda, and their president Paul Kagame he came to the U.S. He got trained to one of the biggest military school, and they support him to get in power. And this is creating like a chaos, in the eastern part of the country or the Congo because of the mineral. So they're looting, the country. So it's supported by powerful countries. So it's kind of like difficult for our, national military to defend itself. Yeah. So, but when you watch the news, they tell you like it's a civil war, but it's not a civil war. It's a war of aggression. They're using rape and genocide as a weapon of terror. Yes, so it's not like a 2 sides or like a Congolese fighting between themselves. So it's just about the minerals.
I know, right? So you get a little culture, get a little understanding. And he had another guy here from the Congo earlier. He's took off.
Yeah. So he wants to take the kids to school. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm talking to him about what really goes on in countries as opposed to what you hear in the country. 'Cause like some people are talking about, y'all know how the media will be saying something's going on in your hometown, and you're in the hometown looking around going like, I don't think that's true what they're saying. Well, the same thing happens if they tell you what's going on in Congo or Rwanda. Me and Jane just got back from Rwanda. We were over there checking out the silverbacks and just different things that we got to see. But I was confirming some things in front of Balo that I thought, because I wanted my friends to hear, my version is real, not the political version or the media version that you hear, but my version. He's like, this is true. And I was like, see, told you. But so you get to learn stuff because it makes you a smarter person by meeting other people. Now watch this. His job is to build his business, right? So kind of just reflect back. You're telling me, but telling them. So you had this guy from your church, Balo.
Oh, yeah. Ebalo basically is from my church congregation, and is like a movie producer and music producer. Basically, is financing some people in eastern part of the country to do music and movies, and they have like a YouTube channel where is the one in charge of that, and making some money, and they're doing also like the food delivery. And another thing, I just learned that from him today. It was because I knew that because of the war, he fled the country. He went to Rwanda, Tanzania, Zimbabwe, and then South Africa. But another thing is like he lost two of his brothers. One he never be found. And the other one they were crossing the lake, and then he got drowned and he died. So
Okay, is he fired up out of his mind? Was he pretty excited when he left?
yeah, he was excited. Just he needs to go get the kids.
And then other people. I heard you had a couple people that are getting their PhD at NC State.
Exactly.
did they
I
study?
have like two people there. One is in a PhD program in mechanical engineering, and the other one she's in her paper science.
Pulp and paper.
Yeah. So they from Nigeria, and they have also another person. She's she just last year she got a master's in civil engineering. She's working, and I think at some point we're gonna have a meeting with her. I talked to her already.
So
Yeah.
the smarter people ask harder questions. So you're looking for the dumber people so they don't ask you a hard question. Is that what you're trying to do? So I don't know the hard questions, so I get the dumber people. That way I can answer the questions better. Yeah, but at the end of the day, that's your team. At the end of the day, what's your team look like?
That's right.
You got 8 steps to tell you what you're looking for. People that are reading books. He's read a lot of engineering books. He hadn't. I don't know. Had you read any of the type books that we've put you on to, the goal setting, and was this familiar to you, or did you read all kind of academic type books?
So since I was 18, I was 17 when I read for the first time Rich Dad Poor Dad. So basically, I was dreaming of becoming an entrepreneur.
Just think about this. How many of y'all people know have been in America for 32 years and ain't never read Rich Dad Poor Dad? Right. And he's ain't even from this country, young. You see what I'm saying? Like, come on. Okay, go ahead. So that was 18 when you first read it. How old are you now?
I'm 25 now.
Yeah. So you read it when it was 18.
Yeah.
Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Yeah, so I read that book, and I was trying, to learn, and also some other books, in entrepreneurship, because
So it wasn't your first exposure.
no, it was not, and they were not in English because they were in French. But Rich Dad Poor Dad, that was also translated, in French. So, and I knew that, to become rich, you don't learn that in school. So you need to find people who can kind of like show you the way. When I met Andy, because after college I worked for 6 months, and then I lost my job. Basically I was laid off. So I was looking for another job, and then when I went to DC or for my non-profit organization, I met an alumna from our school. She was also a Albright entrepreneurship village member, who told me like, Andy is hiring. Maybe you can contact Andy. And then I contacted Andy. I invited me to the talk on campus. So I
So you
came.
contacted me and I invited you
Yeah.
to meet me the first time while I was having other kids there.
Exactly. So, and then when I,
Rather than just having coffee with him, I invited him to a meeting that I was already doing.
yeah.
Making money while I'm making money while I'm making money. Why can I do one thing and make it make more money?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, and then I got here. I remember Andy asked me a question. I mean, you don't have any experience in sales, right? If you want a job like a mechanical engineering job, I have connections. I can find it for you, or just you want to do this. I'm like, you're doing a lot of money. You're making a lot of money, and you're giving like donations to the university. So if you can do that, so just teach me how to make money. Yeah. So
Simple question. If you want to go in to become a mechanical engineer, know how to make bridges, know how to put pants together, how to build a zipper, how to build a house, how to build a cathedral, I know some people.
yeah.
What I do is I make money, have fun, build networks, freedom, inspire other people, and make a lot of money. I don't know. Which way do you lean? Because if he leans this way, why am I going to fight? He's smart as hell. If he leans this way, why am I going to fight? He's smart as hell. I just lean in the way he's leaning in.
Yeah, and because before having that talk with Andy, I had like like 2 interviews with 2 companies, engineering companies, for a position as a mechanical engineer. So they ended up calling me, offering me a job. But I was like, I'm sorry, I changed my career. Now I'm in sales. So
I hadn't heard that. I hadn't heard
so-
that at all. Because I knew he still had opportunities. I didn't know what he, and I didn't care if he took them. It's his job. I mean, it's his world. I'm just passing. It's his life. I'm just passing through his life, right? If he chooses to go this direction, I tell people this: I ain't hard to find. I'm going this direction. So if you go away, all you got to do is come back. I ain't giving this number. I ain't doing that backwards and forwards thing. Well, good job.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Okay, thank you.
Good decision. Thank you, Bo.
Yep.
That's exciting news. So quality people going to lead to quality people.
Right.
Patrick, why don't you come up here and introduce Lewis real quick. Tell him how you met him.
So Lewis is our newest recruiter. We got him through a ZipRecruiter ad, and quick backstory on him: originally from Florida, went to school in Northern Georgia at Reinhardt. I always mess up Reinhardt University, business degree. But what we liked about him and what kind of sold us on him is we're real big on what have you done, and he's teaching us all the time. What have you done? He's a competitor. Played football, coaching football. He's got a beautiful girlfriend at Elon, getting a big degree. He moved here with her to help her pursue her dream while chasing his as well. But he was just competitive from the beginning. Everything we've done, he's challenged. He's accepted the challenge. Told us he's looking to get into the military. I was very upfront about that. And, we talked with Andy, and Andy said, well, hey, we got 5 months. Let's see what we can do in 5 months. And, our goal is if he wants to go to the military, we'll help support that. And hopefully he's got a team he can take with him. But if not, best case scenario for us is we convince him to stay with us and build a real big business. So with that, my man Lewis Morse.
I thought you met him at 584.
No, he works there.
He works at 584.
Used to.
Huh? Used to. You don't work at 584 no more?
No, sir.
All right, well, just tell him something, hey, and tell him about your football career and just little highlights about you.
All right, so I'm from a small little town called Satellite Beach. It's in Central Florida. If you're at all familiar with it, it's about 10 minutes south of Cocoa Beach. I played high school football there, ran track there. Out of high school, committed to a school in Tennessee to do football and track. Extremely blessed to do that. And I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do after college, and I was like, man, football's been part of my life since I was 4 years old. Like, I'm gonna do football. Football is me. Football's all I've ever wanted to do. So somewhere in between there, I was like, I don't feel at home here in Tennessee. So I transferred schools to Georgia, where I met some of my best friends, made some great connections. And after graduating, I was like, football is still what I want to do. So I ended up getting the offer to continue coaching at the university that I actually played at, which was awesome. Had a great career, was there for 2 years, and I was like, something's missing. Something else is missing. And I was like, I got to figure something out. So at the time, I started dating my wonderful girlfriend, and then she moved to North Carolina to start her career as a physical therapist in school at Elon. And I was like, tell you what, 6 months from now, if we're still together and make things work, maybe I'll join you. And so six months went by extremely fast, followed her, and found myself here. And I was like, this feels a lot better. I've always wanted to be in North Carolina, South Carolina, one of the Carolinas. And then I think it was part of fate and part of God's blessing that I found myself in Burlington in specific. Like he said, like Patrick said previously, through a recruiting ad, and then got the opportunity to start working here.
There you go. Ads work sometimes.
They do.
And you do have intentions of going into the military, and what capacity? What are you looking for?
Looking to do cybersecurity.
Cybersecurity.
Mm-hmm.
Which branch of the military?
Air Force.
Air Force.
Yes, sir.
So.
Me and Miss Kelly, we're getting close over there.
It's networking, baby. Finding the right people. Find somebody that's already got them in them, so you don't have to put it in them, because you ain't God and you ain't Jesus. You're a fueler, not a fixer. You're a finder, not a maker. How many of y'all want to go to Portugal? That's what most of y'all are going to take out of this. I hear you on the 8 step. I hear you. We're going to Portugal.
I know that's right.
I love y'all. Appreciate y'all plugging in. We got to get back to the cabin goodies and the cabin activities. Anything I'm leaving out to you? Portugal it is. All the points, the ways to win, the ways to earn are on the website. We're going to get right back at it. Oh, I have 5 opportunities to attend the cabin next spring. The dates, a couple of leaders have the dates. I don't like to promote too many things at once because we got to focus on getting to the national convention. Right. But I also have 1 AIT, only 1. Y'all have heard all the testimonials. Do you know the dates for that? I do. What is it? I do. It's called a Big Events. Big Events, here it is. There's only 1 AIT, and it'll be February 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th, and 22nd. 5 crazy days. So we're not advertising it, but if you want to mark that on your calendar, if you know about AIT, Albright Intense, it's not a cabin experience. It's not the shooting. It's in the office. It's 5 days. It's insane. Check around about that. Or if you have downline, you go, this is your dates. You mark those dates. But right now, National Convention is the number 1 thing to get to. Portugal. Let's get back to the good times. Peace out.